What is up, guys? In today's video we have a brand new Fortnite update, and unfortunately this update is pretty underwhelming, but we still got a few changes and a few pieces of perspective, I guess, based on what was in this update. If you guys do find this video informative or helpful, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and comment down below what you think of this update. So the first major point that we have to address with this update is that there will not be an event for season 3 at all. This is pretty surprising. A lot of the 0.01 updates add event files, or it's prep for the event and they leave it for really late in the season because they don't want anything to leak with the event. And today's update was a 0.01 update, but unfortunately there was nothing added to indicate that there will be any sort of event this season. And while that is very disappointing, it does kind of make sense to an extent. So if you do the quests and listen to the audio logs, these 7 members have been going missing on the map over the past several weeks. And I think at this point all of the 7 members are currently missing, and typically the events revolve around us as the Fortnite character and the 7 members or whatever main hero characters we have fighting against something else or trying to stop something from happening. But with all the 7 members going missing, who would we have to help us during the event? Who would we have to order us around during the event? Who would we have to set up the event? It just wouldn't make very much sense. They could have had something with oil rising over on the map over the course of the next week or so, but it doesn't seem like anything like that is going to be taking place. It seems like instead of having an event to tease the changes or build up hype for the new changes next season, they're rather going for mystery and just us not really knowing anything. And I'm sure that more teasers and more pieces of information will come out about next season, but we will not have an event, and it doesn't seem like we'll have any sort of build up on the map or anything over the next week to kind of build up for next season, which is unfortunate. But given what they've done with the quests and the storyline this season, it kind of makes sense to an extent. Personally, I would have loved to see an event, but I'm sure that there's a reason why they didn't do one, and it's not like it's a secret to Epic Games that people love the events and that it builds up a lot of hype and excitement for the new season. They didn't do it for a reason, and they probably had a good reason for that. So it is what it is. The only real change in this update is okay, so this is being added post the initial recording. I finished recording the video and then this got posted online just after literally 40 seconds after I was done recording the video. And that is that the goo has been spotted near Butter Barn. So this is actually really dope. I was saying that didn't seem like anything was going to happen between now and the start of next season, but we are getting some goo on the map, which while it isn't an event, it is some sort of progression or some sort of teaser for the next season. So I think that's really cool, and we might end up seeing more and more of these during the course of the 11 days between now and the next season. And it is pretty interesting that the goo has been spotted near Butter Barn. I don't know if that means that the desert region is going to be the one to change, but we'll have to see how that plays out as more and more goo spots develop on the map. It's going to be the Fire Wild week. So last week we had the suppressed weapons and the shield bubble. All that stuff is gone. So the suppressed scar, the suppressed SMG, the shield bubble, and the smoke bomb will all be vaulted today. Coming out will be the Dragon's Breath shotgun, the fire bow. Fireflies will have an increased spawn rate, and the chug cannon will be available in normal loot. So how it was before, the chug cannon was only available in llamas, and there was a few NPCs on the map that sold them. Now they will be in the normal loot pool, so you'll be able to get them from floor loot, you'll be able to get them from chests, and this is a pretty powerful item. I think the main reason why they're putting this in the normal loot pool is to play into that fire theme. So if you guys didn't know, chug splashes and the chug cannon can actually put out fires, and since they have all these fire weapons, they brought out the chug cannon to kind of be a counter to the fire weapons to an extent. I think the chug cannon being unvaulted will probably be my least favorite addition in this update, or being added in the normal loot pool. This weapon is pretty annoying to play against in build mode because people can just keep running from you and keep healing. I don't really mind any of these things in zero build, but in build mode this sounds like it'll be pretty annoying. It's tilting, being in a build fight with somebody and then having a third party just light everything on fire. And then it's also kind of annoying when every player just has a chug cannon to run from you for a sentry. But that is what it is for this Wild Week. The Dragon's Breath shotgun has very little range. It hits pretty hard and it only has 1 trigger pull per reload. So it shoots 4 shots at once, from my understanding, and then the reload takes forever. and it has very limited range. So this is more of just like a cheese item than anything else. If you happen to be close enough to your opponent and hit a good shot on them, you can basically kill them in one shot, or at least get them very weak to where like when you shoot them, you'll hit them hard, you'll light them on fire, and then swap to your SMG, and you can get that kill very quick. But it's a very like feast or famine weapon in the sense that like if you miss that shot, or maybe they're slightly too far away and you don't get very good damage, you're probably going to lose the fight off of that. The fire bow, very self-explanatory. It's a bow and arrow. You shoot it, it hits hard, and then it also does fire damage. That I don't think I'll mind as much. But yeah, fire is going to be everywhere with this next Wild Week. Should be interesting, I guess. Another piece of information we have today, I don't think this has anything to do with today's update, but the information came out today, and this is from Tom Henderson. He leaks a lot of stuff in other games, most notably Call of Duty. Pretty much everything he leaks or reports on is usually spot on or like very close to being accurate. And they said that this upcoming season will end on December 5th. So Chapter 3 Season 5 will start on December 5th. And that's pretty interesting because that is the anniversary of Creative. So Creative 2.0 has been rumored or hinted at for a while, and a lot of people have kind of over speculated on what this might be, and kind of I feel like a lot of people have expectations that are way too high for Creative 2.0 when we have like basically no information. But that will likely come out in Chapter 3 Season 5. Donald Mustard had said that Creative 2.0 is going to launch this year. Having a new season launch around the anniversary of Creative makes sense to introduce Creative 2.0. And it also means that next season will be appropriately length. If you watch any of my content or streams, you know that one of the things I think is very important is just having like shorter seasons. The season we're currently in was 105 days, I believe. And that's what makes it feel like it drags on for so long. You know, back in Chapter 1, a normal season was like 70 to 80 days. But recently in Chapter 2 and some of the Chapter 3 seasons have been 100 plus days long. And those seasons always feel like such a drag. I feel like no matter how good or bad a season is, the longer it goes on, the more bored people will get of it. And I think you've really seen that this season. I think this season actually had a lot of content added to it and a lot of map changes. But it just went on for like way too long, and that really like soured people's opinion of it. So next season, Chapter 3 Season 4, being like a shorter or more appropriately length season, I think will make it very good. Similar to how Chapter 3 Season 2 was. It was a pretty short season, but it just felt like there was always something going on. There wasn't really any of that like stagnation period where we were just waiting like a week or two for like the next like little thing to change on the map or storyline. But that is going to be it for today's update. Really nothing at all. Basically confirms that we're not getting event. Really all it was the Fire Wild Week, and then there was a few other like minor changes that don't affect gameplay. They improved voice chat or game chat. They added like some parental controls for younger players to be able to like limit how much they're able to use game chat. And then they also kind of changed how you purchase things, making it to where you have to hold to buy things. And then they like added a longer refund period, but none of that really affects gameplay. So I don't care too much about it. But yeah, this update was definitely on the smaller side of things, but we only have, I think, 11 days left in this season as I'm making this video. So we are very close to Season 4, and that should be good and exciting. And if you guys enjoyed this video, find it helpful or informative, give it a like, subscribe, comment down below, and let me know what you think of this season not having an event. Like I said, it's pretty disappointing, but I think it makes sense with the direction the storyline was going in this season.
He's trying to res. Oh my god, nice.
Sheesh.
Imagine like one of your teammates get fried, you get fried a little bit too, and then you just hear like
Nice.
3 different people lift off with the gliders.
Yep. Oh, yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Like how annoying is that, bro?
3v3, nice.
I have 4
Whoa.
boogie bombs.
You said that in sync.
What?
That was
Oh yeah,
awesome.
that's because we're just locked in. Team
Hell
chemistry
yeah.
at an all-time high.
Let's go.
I'm thinking they're butter barn. Right? They're just sitting the edge of it. They're like cowards. I just feel it in my bones. Maybe not though. Nope. Wait. Okay.
That was me that rifted.
Yeah, I thought you did, or I thought they did that. I was like, wait a minute.
Oh.
Maybe I was right.
What the? Yeah, I thought they did that too. Or any of these bushes, honestly.
Hey,
Yo, thank you for the resub, Banana. I appreciate it. Or just a sub in general. Sorry.
Okay, okay.
Thank you for the sub. I appreciate it.
Oh
Enjoy
my
ad previewing emotes and sub badge. Thank you so much. Ads
All
are doing
boogie.
it so clutch. Twitch goes crazy with the ads.
Nice.
That is the most toxic thing ever.
Oh.
Can't even fight back.